What about Joan Mir? Yeah, well, last weekend it was a place on the second row which really got him in the mix for the podium battle early on. At the moment he's on that third row. He'll certainly be looking at moving up at least one row.
He's struggling through sector 2 though, Matt. Cannot get on par with Quartararo or the Ducatis through there. He's going to have to try and make up some time through these left-handers. Change of direction through turn number 8, and the third sector will flash up.
Yeah, how's he getting on in that third split then? Yeah, they're all PB sectors here coming in from Mir.
Could be a front row.
He's working hard. Yeah, this could be pushing Zarco off the front row. Estimated P5. Let's keep tabs in. There goes the Suzuki. Rear dropping down of that ride height device. Yeah, he goes third. That's a great lap time by Mir as well. He's a long, long way off Fabio Quartararo, though, by 7/10. Look at this, though. Pecco Bagnaia using the horsepower haven. That sector 1 really plays to the strength of the Ducati.
Surprisingly, riders at the moment waiting for the Pramac boys of Martin and Zarco. Have they got a few fireworks left? Bagnaia has just lost a tiny bit of time through sector 2, but he's not registered a time yet, so anything close to 3 or 4 tenths and he'll be on that front row.
Yeah, look at this from Joan Mir. He's now got his head down. He's got those soft rear tyre nicely up to working temperature on the front row at the moment for the very first time in MotoGP. And oh no, he's made a mistake. Something's happened to Mir in the second split, because he was right on the money through the first sector and looking like he might be challenging for pole.
Now Bagnaia was again very close to track limits there as he comes across the line. He needs this lap. Bagnaia, he goes up onto the front row at 23.2. Great lap from Bagnaia. Joan Mir through sector 3 again. He's just lost a touch of time. He's just losing so much time in sector 2. He lost 4 tenths earlier on. He's lost it again. At the moment, though, he would more than settle for 4th place on the grid for tomorrow's race.
Yeah, that'll be job done. He'll be happy with that, no question. He has started. He's never qualified on the front row. Oh no, he's
very
livid.
angry.
I was just about to say, he has actually started on the front row of a MotoGP grid before, of course, here in Austria last year when Johan Zarco had the pit lane start for the causing of the big incident with Morbidelli, Vinales and Rossi. He's never actually qualified, though, inside the top 3.
At the moment, no one posing a threat to Fabio Quartararo's 122.6. Binder was only a 10th off in sector 1, but has rolled off. There's Florian and Checkman, part of his team down in the Red Bull KTM. Miguel Oliveira at the moment is 12th. But it's not a bad first sector at all, though, from the Portuguese rider. Travelling downhill into turn 4. Get your braking marker absolutely spot on. Just that rear wheel skimming out of turn 4. How's he faring, Miguel? 6 tenths off. He loses a full half a second. Some Portuguese fans in the house.
Yeah, they can be proud of their man's performance so far this weekend. Excellent just to be in this session by Oliveira. Had to work so hard. Teeth gritting mission in that Q1 session to come through with Martin. Marquez now then also trying to improve on his 6th place. He won't want to be off those first 2 rows. The Repsol Honda man.
Bagnaia is up again in sector 1.
Something happened to Marquez in the second split as well, because he lost a whole bunch of time. Over 6 tenths went away from Marquez in sector 2.
The 2 factory Ducati riders, what can they muster? Oliveira moves to 10th. That's a good effort from the Portuguese man. Bagnaia is very close.
Yeah, this would be impressive if he was to deny Fabio Quartararo. At the moment he's on course for a 122. He's never produced one other to 122 around this track. He did that yesterday.
This is going to nudge Jack Miller onto the second row. He'll be happy with that. Bagnaia then through sector 3. This is going to be crucial now. How far away is he? 2 tenths. He could still maybe move up 1 spot here, but surely he's not going to manage to affect Fabio Quartararo. Brad Binder's also on a good lap here, which could take him onto the second row of the grid. Bagnaia then, with just less than a minute left, comes across the line, and he does improve his time. He stays on the front row at 23 flat.
On course for his 3rd successive front row, then the Italian. Binder, 9th. Oh, and it's gone wrong up the hill into turn 1, so that's the end of his attack for the second row. So Binder, best he can hope for is a 9th place.
Miller and Bagnaia up in sector 1 again. Marquez chasing Taka Nakagami. Nakagami at the moment is 12th and last in this session. Could Marc Marquez here be dragged around to a front row start, and Nakagami's just sat up through turn 6. That's that gone. I think going from Zarco either at the moment, Matt. 5 seconds left of the session, he's 5th.
Yeah, I suppose the only consolation for Zarco is the fact that we've seen all weekend he's got great race rhythm. He'd have certainly been expecting a place on the front row of the grid, though. Marquez drops down the hill then into turn 9 for the final time. In this qualifying session, it was loose on that front end, wasn't it? Can he find a way onto that front row of the grid? He's currently in 6th spot. I don't think he'd be too unhappy with the second row start. He'd like better. Oh, it was close. He got up to 4th. Miller goes 5th. Joan Mir still clinging onto a place on the second row. Marquez then goes up to 4th.
Look at the Pramac boys. It's Jorge Martin leaving it to the last minute again to light up the Red Bull ring. He's up in sector 2, the number 89. He's got his teammate Johan Zarco just up ahead of him, as well as the reference. Is Jorge Martin about to storm to another pole position?
Over the crest, they come accelerating hard out of turn number 8. Oh, Martin! Jorge Martin. We've already seen an incredible all-time lap record set by Fabio Quartararo, that 1:22.677. It's in the hands of Jorge Martin now to break Quartararo's hearts here and his all-time record.
He's back across the line. He's done it. Pole again. Jorge Martin, the Martinator. You can't stop him. Incredible lap from the number 89 from Q1 to P1 in Q2. Unbelievable in Oliveira. What a job that is. He's just taken the last space on the third row from his teammate. Zarco also salvaged 4th across the line. Wow. Matt, what can you say about this young man? Pole win pole in the space of 7 days.
It's got to be Jorge Lorenzo back in 2018, the last time a Ducati rider took back-to-back pole positions. I stand to be corrected, but what a job by Jorge Martin. He's had 2 crashes today, was in Q1, topped that session, and then he's fought his way through to pole position. That's an exclusive club, isn't it? There's not many men who've come through Q1 and then taken pole position. What a job by Jorge Martin. He snatches it by just 0.03 of a second from Fabio Quartararo. Your front row is Martin, Quartararo and Bagnaia, which I think is a repeat of last week's front row, isn't it?
The same 3 men.
Yeah, same 3 men, just in a slightly different order.
And also the same as last week, Zarco and Miller on the second row. So again, a lot of Ducatis on those front 2 rows. Marc Marquez is in the middle of that second row. He'll be happy with that. Mir, 7th. Will he be satisfied with that? It could have been worse, but it could have been an awful lot better.
What a session. Late drama from this young man then. Martin, what a performance by the 23-year-old Spaniard. He's absolutely electric in qualifying. Fabio Quartararo there was probably thinking, yep, I'll have a nice new shiny Tissot watch on the wrist later on today.
But crucially, Matt, yet again, the 22-year-old, it's his 10th front row start in 11 attempts.